Hey, hey, my friends. Happy Friday. Emily Smiley here with my really good friend and mommapreneur, Tracy. Thanks for hopping on, Tracy. Yes, I'm so excited to share today. Welcome to, I guess this is kind of like my first Freedom Friday. I loved the name just because of what we wanted to kind of share today. And I am streaming in a couple of different places on a different platform. So if you're just hopping on, let us know, grant StreamYard access. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. And I am streaming on a couple of different pages as well. But we want to hear from you guys. And especially today's message, I would say, is particularly for the mommapreneurs, right? Like that is Tracy and I's big time heart in sharing with the mommapreneurs. So Tracy, thank you so much for being on today. I really appreciate you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so we're going to be sharing our story a little bit today. So if this is something hopefully that interests you, we want to share a little bit of, you know, our journey in mommaprenneurship, because it really is different from entrepreneurship. I've been an entrepreneur way before I was a mother, and it is a whole different ball game. And Tracy and I, we powwow on the daily, like, Mama, how you holding up? Mama, how you doing today? What are we doing today? How's the kids today? Right? I love it. I love you so much. So much. So I'm excited to get to share a little bit about our journey, and hopefully it will inspire. I hope people get some tips today. We've got specific ones, which I'm super excited to bring some value. And you can laugh at our mistakes. That's okay too. Because we do all the time, right? So anyway, I want to get a little bit into your story, but before we hop into that, and if you're just hopping on, I see you guys, say, hey, please give us some love, right? This is not always easy to do. We love the feedback. I'm such a teacher, right? I'm selfishly, I like the love. But anyway, we wanted to share our story, but I want to give a little bit of background. So Tracy and I met, I think a couple years ago, at least. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been at least 2.
Yeah, and we immediately, well, I wouldn't say immediately, so we randomly sat together and then, of course, started chatting, and it was literally like meeting my sister from another mister, because we were in the same company, we wanted the same things, like faith, family, business, like in that order. We were all about that. We met at this particular event, not because we were in the same company at the time, but because we were really struggling in it, and we wanted to do something better. We wanted to do something different. We wanted to build online, and we were there. And I think, I don't know about for you, but that first one, I was like, whoosh, whoosh, like everything. I was like, yeah, this is fun. No clue what they're talking about. This is fun. No clue what they're talking about. And honestly, y'all, I'm so thankful for Tracy, just because it gave me what is it? Misery loves company. It was a little bit like that in the very beginning. But as we've, proceeded on, both you and I bring different skill sets. And I'm so thankful for you to get to collaborate with you on the regular. And I'm just super thankful for you. But I do want you to kind of share, with my audience a little bit your story and your journey in being, a mommapreneur. What were you struggling with, particularly, when you and I kind of met up to collaborate and start learning? And how do you feel now in running your business?
Okay, awesome. Happy to. And you know what? I have to add to what you said. I really think that was meant to be, right? When we got together, because like you said, when we were at that event, we really kind of feel like pioneers in this, right? Because it was something that our company was not teaching us to do. We were searching for what we felt was a better way for us personally to build our businesses, and it was whole new territory. So we really have been there for each other every day, as there are those days that we just want to give up. We want to throw in the towel. We want to throw our computer across the room, right? We have those. Of course, all entrepreneurs have those days. I mean, that is
not easy.
That you're doing something, right?
But it is better. Yes, I believe.
Right. So my story, and let me just say too, one of the big reasons we're here talking today is because we just made a really big decision together, and we're super excited about it. And we want to share with you the reasons why, why we made that choice. So I will just tell you that I am with a new company now, but at the time I was with this company for over a decade. And you guys, I never, ever, ever thought I would leave that company, because I loved the product. I loved the people, right? I loved the community. I loved the message we were sharing, and I was passionate about it, which we know is essential, right? To have that. But what I didn't love was the system. And I would do my best. I'd dig in my heels, and I would I would have some success. I built a great customer base of people that were excited about what it was, and they were having good results. But what I didn't love was, what I struggled with was building a team, right? And I think a lot of us have that problem, right? That duplication, that mysterious duplication that that evades so many of us. So anyway, I just kept beating myself up thinking, well, what is wrong with me? Why is this happening? I see other people getting to the top, right? Why can't I do it? I am the variable here. And what I have come to learn is that there is no one right way of doing it. And you have to find the way that's right for you, right? Yeah. And as we are moving here into the century of online, that's where everybody is, right? That's where everybody's buying now. Everybody's living. Yeah, like that. And here was the other, sorry, I have so many thoughts going on my head. It's hard to get straight. But I saw, my goal, obviously, when I joined my company was that I saw the big vision, right, of what it meant for me and for my family, right? By sharing something awesome like that could help so many people with their health, I saw an opportunity to create more for my family financially and time-wise, right? And then just building something for myself, right, where I'm really making an impact. Like all of these things, I think that many of us women and moms really yearn for deep within us, to be a part of something bigger than ourselves and to really have an impact and to create something successful, right? A legacy for our family. So anyway, but I would look at the upline leadership. I'd look at the people that had done it before me and were teaching me how to do it. And I did not love the time I saw them spending on it, right? Like, so yes, they were super successful, but it was still a full-time job. All of the parties, all the events, all the three-way calls, right? All these things that can easily take up your time. And I saw it with myself. Whenever I dug in to doing it, I felt this imbalance. I started to slip, right? I was putting way too much on that. And I feel guilty about my family and not spending enough time on the other things. Other things were falling to the wayside. And so I would pull back. And obviously you cannot build a successful business on inconsistency like that, right? So like you said, I went searching for a better way. And the more I learned about online and some mentors that I started following there, I said, this is it. It leverages your time and efforts, right? How many thousands and millions of people are there online? So I don't have to be chasing the same friends and family for business or prospecting the guy next to me at the grocery store or, meeting neighbors and making new friends with the intent to invite them into my business, right? None of that felt right or authentic to me. And I got burned out and I didn't want to do it. And I think that was really my struggle. So anyway, that's what brought me to this point. And that's what brought me to that event and meeting Emily. And now fast forward about 1.5 years, right? I started to look at this other opportunity, which again, I would never have thought to do, but I just think these things happen for a reason, right? I was meant to be in that company for the time I was. I learned a lot of lessons. And it led me to the next thing and the next thing and next thing, which has brought me here. And I really feel like this is where I'm supposed to be now. And I am super excited about it and super excited to be doing it with you.
I know. I love it. I love it. I want to touch on that just for a minute because I know I'm streaming on a couple pages and I have done a live on this, but so many of us, I feel like as mamas, we find a product that we love or we like, or our friends are in it and we kind of fall into the business, right? Whether intentionally or not intentionally. For me, it was not really intentionally, even though like I have a business mindset. I just was like, oh, I love it. So I'll naturally share it. Right. Haven't we been told that? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's a freaking business and there's a transaction that takes place and I'm okay with that, but I wasn't okay with what I was making. Right. And I did okay. But my biggest thing was seeing other people win. And I know that you and I really like collaborating now. It's so fun to have and help and see, people win. And that was a big thing for me because, again, like anybody that knows me knows I'm freaking all about some healthy living and health and wellness. Like I make no qualms about that. And so, if anybody has an issue with that, they're probably not going to follow me. Well, it's the same with your business, right? So many people are like hiding their business. And I know you and I, like we struggled with that. Like I hid online. I hid that I was building online. And, but for me, and I learned so much in both, right? Like I loved where I was and I learned like phenomenal. And then honestly for me, and this is I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but when I went online, there's people that only want to build online, that only want to like, you know, drive traffic and fun. And for me, I really had to bring it back to, I want to see the mamas win. I want to help, like, you know, not some big wig, you know, health professional or, you know, doctor or chiropractor or gym owner. You know, I have a lot of friends that are doing that. But a lot of, and this is part of my reason for streaming this right now on my personal page, because a lot of my friends are moms. And this isn't about pitching or selling, but this is just saying, just like, hey, I'm in health and wellness. It's also saying, hey, I'm a freaking only building online right now. And I love it. And we're duplicating and we're moving and we're doing forward. And I don't feel stuck and I don't feel icky and I don't feel any of these things. I love it. And so I'm like, that is why we call this Freedom Friday, you guys, because it feels so freeing to, number one, stop hiding. Stop hiding that I'm actually in freaking business, and stop hiding that I'm only building it online, and stop hiding that I have both things to offer, right? Because I'm not only building with team, right? You can be successful if you're only building, you know, with your products. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So hold tight. But I just really wanted to touch on that because it really excites me. Because as you were saying, it's like, I no longer wanted those things, right? Like you saw people crushing it, doing those, like your upline, they were amazing and you learned so much. But at the end of the day, what works, you know, for you? What works for me? So we do have some tips that like we want to share regardless of if you're like, hey, Em, like I hear you, girl, like props, but like I'm happy where I'm at. That's great. We hope to leave you guys with some tips. But I want to share, if that's okay with Tracy, I'm going to go ahead and just share a little bit of mine because I've already kind of halfway done it anyway.
Do it. Go for it.
So like she said, when we met, like we were both like, I mean, I did pretty well. Like she did. It's like when you're going gung ho, like you were doing it. But you guys, even when I was doing well, I personally, for me, I was not happy. And I, you know, was doing, you know, primarily old school tactics. And I was like, this is freaking not working for me. So, you know, I'm married to a fireman, and in the fall, he's gone like weeks, sometimes off and on. Like I might see him a day or two home here or there. And I particularly remember one time where my team was like, you know, hopping, we were popping. I was like, yeah, we're rolling next, you know, rank advancement. And I had, I don't even know, like 7 or 8, like 3-way calls lined up. And he ended up coming home and he took the kids and they went, y'all, I cried after I did like all of those. And it wasn't that I didn't love my business and it wasn't that I didn't love my people. It's at the end of the day, I was like, what am I willing to sacrifice and what am I not willing to sacrifice, right? And I was like, that's it for me. Like, I can't, if this is what this looks like, even as much as I love it, like I'm unwilling to sacrifice the time with my family to move this business forward. And I think that there is a massive shift right now that I want to be a part of in helping moms freaking win and not having to sacrifice, you know, their family time for it. I actually work less and am moving forward at a phenomenal rate because why? Well, I'm leveraging time, right? And I know you and I talk and chat all the time about like, if you had to repeat it twice, you better put it on automatic something, right? Because you want to spend that time with your family. And so, you know, for me, when I was up there that night, I thought, gosh, I should be so happy. Was I successful? Yeah, I'm pretty sure like every single call like resulted in a, you know, whatever the desired outcome was. But I was like, how am I going to build a big team? I'm looking around and I'm like, that person's burnout. That person's burnout. I'm looking at our team. Like I was no longer seeing those things work. I was no longer seeing, you know, my team win. And I was seeing my team drop off like bam, bam, bam. And so I was like, what is needed for this to work? And so, yes, you and I, you know, kind of went down the rabbit hole, I want to say, of like online and like, oh, okay, you need a website, you need funnels, you need traffic, you need metrics, you need, right? And I'm like, whoa, okay, how do we rein that back into like, not every person is going to want to do that. Not every person is going to want to, you know, and I don't want to build that. What if someone doesn't want to build a team? What if they just want to have, you know, products? I'm all about the products. I have no problem saying, hey, give me your credit card. I got some amazing stuff that'll help you be healthier. Like that's me, right? And then there's other people that are like crushing, you know, whatever it is that they're doing. I wanted a place where everybody could win. And so, you know, I know that you and I like stand and we realigned and we pivoted and we, you know, just took off and we're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're all in. And it was freaking scary because anytime you do anything new, it's scary. But I would say that changing like a few major things, and it doesn't matter what business that you're in. For us, I know it was just like, do we want to take the time to recreate all of these online systems? Or do we want to align with someone or, you know, another team or company where they were building how we wanted to build? And ultimately it was like, well, we want to win, right? Like it is a business. Like I got in business to make money at the end of the day. And it, you know, I'm not in it for a hobby. And so, you know, I want to just talk about, and I'll let you cover, because I know you got them, a couple of the reasons why and how that can help, you know, those that are watching.
Well, okay, so like she said, we went in, we were looking for something. I liked how you prefaced that we could have rebuilt this, right? We could have taken it back to our current companies and tried to mimic that model that we were learning. Or we could grow a company. She did. She was willing to stick it out longer than I was trying to do that. Or we could leverage what we already had, or what we already had this opportunity, right? That came in front of us that was already doing this. I mean, ultimately, though, the beautiful thing is that we can take it and we can still make it our own, right? We'll take what we want from it. And like you said, whether we want to create and go into all of the sales funnels and all that kind of stuff, or we want to just simply make some extra money online, this is a system for all that. And so I think these were kind of the factors for me that really kind of sold it for me, right? These were the things that I was looking for. These are the reasons why I was willing to take that step. And you guys, loyalty is an awesome thing. It's a good thing, but sometimes we can be loyal to a fault. And you have to really keep in mind, what is the ultimate reason for why you are with the company that you're with and doing what you're doing, right? And at what sacrifices? Are you really getting you to your goals? And are you happy doing it? I love that you talked about that too, right? If we're not doing it, we weren't happy. And that energy comes across, right? Like, it's no wonder I wasn't duplicating because I didn't love what I was doing. So I didn't have a whole lot of enthusiasm of teaching other people how to do that either. And I think too, like, knowing this is another reason we're putting out there is because we know that we are not the only ones that feel this way, right? About the traditional ways of doing this business. A lot of people struggle with it, and there had to be a better way. So anyway, with this one, it was definitely a model for building a business online, right? We talked about that, how that's where everybody is now, right? We can reach so many more people. We're no longer having to prospect people all around us 3 feet away, right? That 3-foot rule. Now we have a 6-foot rule. The 3-foot rule. So that was a big one. I love that this company was all about building online, and it's a different model that way. And the company we were with just made it really difficult because that's not where they were, right? They were not doing it that way. But is there anything you want to add on to that? I feel like we kind of covered that, but that was kind of one of the main reasons. Okay. And then another thing was that leveraging of time and efforts, right? That no more presenting. So what I love is that this company has a process where they utilize a Facebook group. And so you can simply put people in there and they can be exposed to your services and products in there. They use company videos for that, right? We're not the ones presenting it. And then you get to see all of the amazing stories of people and their own personal experiences with it. It's not from us, right? We're not saying, oh, everybody had these incredible results. So we're not making claims or anything. And that's the other beautiful piece about it, is it really is so good about following the proper way, right? To be sharing. We're not spamming friends and family. We're putting it out there, and we're utilizing what the other thing that I love was attraction marketing. That was something, they literally used that term. And that's something that we learned, right, Emily, as we started to dive into online, building a business online was the necessity of attraction marketing, how would that feel to, instead of just talking to the people around you, hoping that some of them will be interested in what you have to share, versus you are knowing the skills to attract the people to you that are already interested in what you have to share, right? And they're asking you to learn more about it. That feels way better to me than constantly bugging the same friends and family to come over to this meeting and see if it's something that interests you, right? So I love that this one, they really teach us how to do that attraction marketing. We're not spamming, that we're doing it in a way that we're sharing the benefits, and people are drawn to that. Because people get so tired of going through their news feed and seeing my product is so wonderful and here's this deal and blah, 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 right? So that was important to me. That's just a few of them. I don't know if you want me to keep going.
Keep going. What's the next one?
Okay, what else we got? Oh, well, of course, as you know, we're both majorly health gurus, right? I mean, that's what we came from, was a company that was all about healthy living, which is still, I mean, that's who I am. I'm a mom on a mission to help families, especially moms and women, to adopt a healthier lifestyle in an easier way, right, that fits into their busy lives. And so that they can kick chronic illness to the curb and look and feel amazing and have peace of mind about their future health. Like, that is my passion and my purpose. So I had to find a company that aligned with that. And I think that's the other important thing, right? That to point out that you aren't your company and you shouldn't have everything in that one basket, right? You really need to brand yourself, which is a topic for a whole other day. But
I do want to chime in. Can I just chime in real quick there?
Sure.
I do want to say, you know, if you are thinking like possibly like, hey, I really want to build more online, and it's not coming directly from your company, like particularly like if you're, you know, in, you know, marketing, right, network, if it's coming from them, then it's probably not going to be a good fit. Like, I tried so hard to teach and to duplicate attraction marketing with my team. But if it's not coming from corporate, if it's not coming from the company, then literally your team is getting conflicting messages, and it makes it that much harder to progress and do well, because you're literally contradicting. So I know for both of us, it was about realigning, not just with attraction marketing in general and learning how to build on social media particularly, but aligning yourself with what is already being taught, because we didn't have to recreate that. It was literally coming from the top down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Keep going. I want to.
I'm so glad you added that in there. It's really perfect. So clean living, that's right. That's what we're all about. And so I love is that this company they have something for that whole healthy living, right? And it's something we can feel good about. I think it's important that it's something you can feel like you can hitch your wagon to and feel good about sharing with other people. And we're having results, and we're seeing other people having results, and it's super exciting, right? So that was another drawing piece for me, was that it had to be something that can really help people and have a healthier lifestyle. And then what was it? Oh, okay. I love this one. A dual comp plan. You guys, how many people, yes, right? Oh my gosh. Yes. How many people want to share, right? Like us with customers, with other people, these amazing products. But oh my gosh, we do not want to build a team if we don't have to.
That is okay.
Yes, you guys, this floored me. So with this one that's a dual, you can build a significant income just having customers, just sharing the product. You do not have to build a team. If you do build a team, you'll have even more significant income, right? Yeah. And the funny thing, hey, did you have something to add there?
I did. I just wanted to say, like, I feel like that is so significant. I just want to like put an exclamation point on what you said, because, you know, I've lost a lot of team because they didn't do very well with just adding customers. And that's super defeating. And that goes back to that seeing everyone win, because not everyone wants to build big. I want the mama who just needs, like, I used to say, like, I can help you get to $1,000. I can't really make, I don't want to make any income, but I'd be like, I can make you help get like $500, $1,000, like no sweat. But like, you can build significant, like 5 times that, not even building a team. And that is what I needed to see. I needed to see a product-based company, right? Not recruit to recruit. Oh, I had people go, oh, well, am I in the company? I'm like, no, I don't want you in the company just because you're a customer. I love on you as a customer, right? Like, I can totally take care of you. But if this is your jam and you're looking to make a significant income, then you want to build a team, great, go for it. Hey, you want to make a little bit of money and just share this? Because that's what it's about right now. There's this massive shift taking place right now onto online shopping and marketing and like sharing. And so, you know, even my customers are getting rewarded for sharing because they're earning their free product and they love it. Like, everybody wins. If you want to be a customer, you win. If you want to only add customers, you win. If you want to like do this full time, you win. You add team, you win. Like, that dual-sided, like, that's the exclamation point on it. Everybody can win, no matter how you want to build. If you are interested in adding an income stream, doesn't matter if you've never been in network marketing, doesn't matter if you don't have an entrepreneur bone in your body. Do you have a mouth? Are you willing to share? Do you like the products? You can make, you know, an additional stream of income. And I obviously, like, I'll get off my soapbox now. I love that.
Yes, I don't know how many companies are doing that now. I hope
I don't know of any.
See that as a necessity, right? And maybe a few other companies will start to adopt that, because I really feel like that can be a real sticking point for a lot of people.
Yes, Marina says well-cited. Love it. Thank you, Jeannie Ray, for hopping on. Thanks for the love, you guys. I'm starting to see comments coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so that, and I love, you already touched on it too, but with the fact that customers are rewarded for sharing, right? And they don't have to be a marketer in order to and to get rewarded for it. Again, love it, right? There's no have tos with that, which is awesome, because so many people don't want that, right? They just, I mean, how natural is it for us women that we're going to share something we love, right, with each other, and to be benefited for that, right? But not to feel like you have to do it anyway. So I love that, that piece for sure. But, and then the very last, I would say this is my bonus reason, and this has been so fun, is the fact that they have daily pay.
Yes.
So fun. Like, how many people would love to get paid on the daily for their efforts, right? Like, so I was telling you, on my phone, I get texts every time something goes into my account, right? In my bank account. And it's literally like every day, every other day, I get these little ding, ding.
And I love it when you share. She'll be like, I made money today. I'm like, what?
It's so fun. So seriously, like, I think, again, like when we're in a time like this, right, when a lot of people are hurting financially, it's just, that's very motivating to know you don't have to wait a month to see the benefits of your results, that you literally can talk to somebody one morning, and in that evening, you're going to get paid for it. So I think that is so brilliant.
Well, I have an admission here, because, you know, obviously I have tried prior things, and I had added some team who I lost to daily like pay. And I was just like, I don't get it. Like, aren't they building for the bigger picture? And like, cause I was building for the bigger picture. Right. And I like, didn't care if I didn't get paid until like, you know, next month or the end of the month or after the 30 days. Like, for me at the time, I was like, you know, like, why would you? And it's so funny, because it's like, I love being aligned with a company that it is, you know, okay, it's over 30 years, yes, but it's so trendy in what people need right now. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is, you know, there's lots of like side gig, right? We are a side gig economy, and a lot of families are, you know, two income are not just wanted, they're needed. And so a lot of people, especially right now, like, it's like, okay, what can I do to plug in right now that I can get paid on and be successful at this? And that goes back to really, for me, wanting to see, you know, everyone win. And I'm just going to I have a couple of things I just wanted to tell on, because I love that you mentioned like the getting paid daily, like that is important. But going back before that is having that plug and play system. Right? If you're just like, all right, Em, I love seeing you crush it. I'm so glad to see, you know, your drive. I don't have that. Like, right? Like, but what are you willing to do, and what are you not willing to do? And what is it that you need? Right? Like, I literally was like, chatting with someone the other day. They were like, well, I don't know what I want. Okay. We got to figure that out first, probably. But after that, you know, what are you willing to do and what are you not willing to do? Like, for me, I was no longer willing to spend my time and efforts on things that were not leveraged. And so that was a big piece for me, that plug and play system. You know, yes, I had already had prior knowledge and learned like great pieces, but an average newbie can come in and do the same thing. And so that's what I know that we really wanted to really extend, you know, to all of our audiences today. You know, it doesn't matter if you're open and you're willing, like, the sky really is the limit. And if you know, take a look at it and you're like, hey, no, that's fine. At least you can make an educated decision, a yes or no. What I would strongly advise against is that narrow-mindedness that I've totally been guilty of having. So look, there's no blame there, but I can just say, like, before, you know, I was spinning my wheels. I was a teacher. I capped out at not enough. It did not matter how many degrees that I continued to add. I was not going to add any more income for my family. And when I had kids, like, I always had this side hustle of building, you know, in the gym, and I made bank, y'all. Like, I made commas, right? Like I made good money, but at what cost? I literally was like like my sister said the other day, she's like, you worked yourself to death. Like seriously. So, you know, when I started, you know, building, you know, and I decided I didn't want to build, you know, offline anymore, that was what I was willing to do. There are still sacrifices to be made. Tracy and I talk about that all the time. Like I don't really watch a lot of TV, and, you know, I'm very focused. I'm very intentional. But if you're just like, hey, I'm open to taking a look, like I'm open, I'm willing, like I'm a newbie, I don't know you don't have to have it all figured out. You know, it's like when I get clients in the gym, they're just like, I'm like, I don't expect you to know anything. I don't care if you don't drink water. I don't care if you have never exercised. I don't care if you've never picked up a weight in your life. I'm going to show you how to do it. And I really wanted to just put that exclamation on this, like, if you are open, if you are looking, if you feel like we did, where we were just so frustrated and we were like, can you please? It wasn't us. I literally got to the point where I was like, is it this me? Like, why can't I make this work bigger? Because I wanted bigger. I wanted to impact more people. I knew I was never going to be that second grade teacher still teaching down at the elementary. I just knew that was not my calling. You know, I loved it. I knew I was not going to be that gym owner working 80 hours at a brick and mortar. I knew that wasn't my calling. And, you know, when I started this and I started getting on the phone, I was like, this is not my calling. And then I started all the online stuff. And I was like, so, you know, part of that is the journey. It doesn't mean that you have it all figured out in the beginning. It's being open. If I hadn't been open to learning more about online, I would have never met you, my friend. And I cannot even fathom my life at this point without you in it. I'm not even kidding. But I was open. I was open to taking a look. I was open to learning. And so, you know, even if you're happy in your own company, I would, you know, figure out what you can in building, you know, your systems online. That's fine. If you are thinking about taking a look at moving or even just starting from scratch, just be open to learning the step by step by step by step. Step one, I am blown away at how like the newbies are coming in and just crushing it, because I don't have to do anything. I don't have to like launch you. I don't have to like get on the phone with you. I don't have to like teach you every single thing. And it's not that I don't want to, it's that how can you build big like that? How can you get that mysterious duplication, right? If you don't have it leveraged, you know, to a certain extent. Am I right?
Absolutely. And I would just add on to that. I mean, that even though it has made it so much easier, right, and possible now to duplicate, to bring new people in, like you said, that don't need to know a thing. We don't have to be the experts in showing it to them. That it's going to take work, guys, right? Yeah. Like whatever you choose to do or follow that's worthwhile, it's going to take effort. And it's like, and it's really about, like you said, being open. How bad do you want it? We've had to go through a lot to get us to this point, and it's a personal journey, right? And like you said, I think one step at a time is going to open your heart and that next door to what to what brings you to the right opportunity. So just being open to that and just keep taking steps. And we're just super excited. We had to share that with you. Know that we feel like we've had a big win, and we're just excited to, like, I can feel excited about sharing this, right? Yeah. Like before, I did feel like I was kind of hiding it because it just, I didn't super love it. And I knew a lot of people it had a super negative connotation to it, right? So I just hope, I love what this company is doing and the way they really are disrupting the industry as we know it. And it's clearly having an impact. Things are growing so unbelievably rapidly. Like
the best last 2 months, like literally in the middle of this disaster right now.
That's right.
Like just
75% growth.
Yeah.
In the last few months.
Blowing it, and bless their heart. Like the people that I'm like trying to give my products and stuff to, I'm like, just be patient. Like, I'm sorry. Like it's getting there. It's coming there. Right. Like everything. But I'm also loving like sharing that power hour. Like Tracy said, it's like, you know, it's simple, but it's not, but it's, you know, it's nothing worth doing. It comes completely. So, you know, doing that power hour and still knowing that you be successful, because there were literally days where I was like, I have no idea what to do. I don't know who to talk to. I don't know how to get to know who to talk to. Like, I just, honestly, I had no clue like how to do that. And I haven't felt that way in years now. And I actually am probably the opposite end of that these days. But knowing that you can do that power hour like that, that is a mom win in itself. And so I just want to extend to you guys, you know, if you're, and I am primarily today focusing on my mamas and my mommapreneurs, but my passion, and I know Tracy's passion, we share this, is really to help. I want to help mommapreneurs. I want to help mamas get healthier. If you are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, then I want to help you get healthier. If you are looking to like ease up with your family, like in a way where you can actually earn not hobby freaking money, right? If that's your jam, you and I are not going to mix. But if you are intentional and you're like, hey, Em, I would love to add this to my family. I'm totally interested in this. I could do a power hour. It doesn't matter how busy. We're all busy. Busy people get things done because usually they're pretty freaking intentional. And I know a lot of badass mompreneurs on this team. And so I love it. So I would just say, you know, drop me an emoji, you know, leave lots of love. I appreciate that. If you know someone that's looking, maybe share with them. And then we do have a health group. Tracy and I have a Facebook group. If healthy living is something that you're just reaching out to, or you want more information, we'd love to add you, you know, into our group, and we'd be glad to send you information on either or, because my passion has now become, and this has been a journey because I didn't know this a few years ago, but my journey is literally become helping mommapreneurs crush it in their power hour, building their business from their phone, not on their phone all day.
Right?
Yes. Yes. I am telling you, I was tired of shushing my kids because I was on the phone. Shh, I'm on the phone. Shh, I'm on the phone. Shh, I'm on. No, that's
so guilty about it afterwards, right? And it ruins lives. Yeah.
I was done. I was done with that. So thank you so much, my friend. I am so thankful for you. I am so glad that our paths have crossed. We get to collaborate now. And man, we've been having like the best month ever this last month. I'm so pumped. So excited. So
the last tip with that is, my last tip would be, is to find a partner.
Yes.
Right? They totally teach us that. And I feel like I've finally found my partner. You guys, you find somebody that's driven like you are. You can help push each other to keep going. It makes a world of difference. So anyway, we've probably gone on way too long, but
that's okay. That's okay. So if it resonates with you, then that's okay. All right, you guys, Freedom Friday feels pretty good on my end. I hope you guys are having a great day and crushing it. All right, mommapreneurs, you got this. Win, mama, win. See you later. Bye.